Have you ever heard about the Gaycation? And we're back. We're back with some more motherfucking Zelda. If you'll remember last time, Demise was awoken, and that is not epic and cool. But what is epic and cool is the fact that Demise literally said, "I'll wait for you." And when he said, "I'll wait for you," he fucking meant it.
Uh-huh.
Because, like, this is something that I kind of love, is... Because, like, he was awoken in the past, right? Am I going the right way? Yes, I am. He was awoken in the past, right? And he says, "I'm gonna find us a place for you and me to fight. And I've waited literal thousands of years. I can wait a few moments longer," right? Link can just go back into the future, like, and with no consequence at all. Demise is still waiting.
That's incredible. I love that.
Yeah, no, he's just
more ominous.
Yeah, he's just completely chill with me, waltzing about for literal thousands of years. And we're gonna waltz, all right. We're gonna waltz all the way.
Find some shit.
Yes, we do need to find some shit before we take on Demise. However, while we do that, I have probably one of the weirdest, funniest stories I've ever heard. So buckle in, folks. And when I say buckle in, I fucking mean it. Cause like, oh my god, this story is crazy. Have you ever heard about the Gaycation story, Anna?
No.
Well, let me tell you.
Story.
Let me tell you. So this is from a Reddit post. Sadly, this Reddit post no longer exists. So take that into consideration here, that this is from Reddit. So there's a somewhat decent chance that the story isn't real, but I think it's funny enough that it doesn't really matter. And it's basically my 42F husband. Oh, wait, no. My 42F husband, 42M, has informed me he intends to go on a quote-unquote gaycation with his brother-in-law, 35M, in Ibiza. How do I handle this? So this was posted on r/relationship advice. And, yeah, again, buckle in, folks. Also, buckle in for probably some of my worst gameplay yet, because I have to, like, balance playing the video game and also reading the story. So, the original post. Hi there. I really wish I didn't have to make this post, but here goes. So, me and my husband have been happily married for about 16 years, give or take. We both have stable careers, good family life, and fairly fortunate despite the cost of living racking the UK right now. We have two boys, 15 and 10, up until this Sunday. Thought we had it pretty good. We argue sometimes, of course, but never gotten... Yeah?
How about this? How about I read that,
okay,
and you play the game?
Okay. Better yet. Because I want to hear your reaction to this, like, straight up.
I was gonna say, I feel like my live reaction might be...
Let me send you the link. Go for it.
I was gonna say, that's also a lot for, like, one person to do at once. I don't want you to...
I was gonna say, I'm like kind of like playing through OBS right now because I also have to look at my computer to read the story. But if you read the story, this is epic. I mean, I'm gonna have to look at my computer.
Okay, see, I'm not even gonna read the trigger warnings. I just want to go in completely blind to this. This is not an oop. Oop is okay. Alright.
No, where am I headed?
Hi there. I really wish I didn't have to make this post, but here goes. So me and my husband have been happily married for about 16 years, give or take. We both have stable careers, good family life, and are fairly fortunate despite the cost of living racking the UK right now. We have two boys, 15 and 10, and up until this Sunday, thought we had it pretty good. We argue sometimes, of course, but never gotten too bad, and we have pretty decent sex life with some exploration, but I won't get into that, thank you. Long and short is, on Sunday, just after I dropped our boys off at their friends, my husband asked me if we had the house alone, and more importantly, do I have a maid? I said yes, and he sat me down, then got out this printed poster for some sort of orgy and started explaining to me the concept of a gaycation. I'm done. I'm already gone. Oh. How's it where straight men go somewhere with sun, sand, and booze and become gay for the duration of the trip, but that's fine because it doesn't actually count because what happens on the gaycation stays on the gaycation. I was just completely silent and mortified, and even more so when he said he was looking into booking a trip to Ibiza next year with his brother-in-law, his sister's husband, to experience it for himself. When he finally lets me speak, I just said, I need him to be clear with me. Is he gay? Because if yes, that's okay. But we need to figure out what happens going on forward. He didn't let himself get angry or upset. I didn't let myself get angry or upset. I was just stunned. He swore up and down how he's not gay and he's 100% attracted to women, and of course he still loves me and our boys. So I said, well, do you think maybe you're bi? And he got very defensive, saying how I need to drop the accusation that this is the beauty of the gaycation. It allows straight men to experience gayness without actually being gay, and how it's like going to an aquarium. 3 question marks. I'm also confused. How is this similar to going to an aquarium? Oh, what stays on the gaycation happens. Dude is so... I don't know what's going on with this man, that he's like, I'm not bisexual, even though he very much wants to go to this gaycation, because he's bringing up to his wife, like, all serious and shit. Like, he means it. Oh my god. And again, he is adamant he doesn't find men's body or genitalia exciting at all, but he needs to experience this, apparently. Needs. I said, well, I'm really not comfortable because even if he was bi, this would be explicitly cheating on me, and he got angry and reiterated he's not because that's the beauty of the gaycation, etc. I just had enough and I left the room. I ignored him for the rest of the day, but we spoke at tea where I asked him again, why does he want to do this so bad if he's not gay? He said how he's interested in how gay men's lives differ to straight men's, and that unfortunately, once the gaycation begins, it's simply impossible for a man to resist, and he must surrender himself, mind, body, and soul to the gaycation, or be destroyed. I really can't put into words how surreal it was because he was speaking so matter-of-factly, and he again insists that this is a thing that straight men do all the time and how he's actually doing it a bit late. I just said to him that if he has any love for me, then he can't go ahead with this, and that if he does, the marriage is gonna be dead. We didn't speak anymore after that. He's still gonna do this shit. Since then he's mentioned no more of it, but somehow this... Whoa. Since then, he's mentioned it no more, but somehow, and this is what scares me a lot too, that decision genuinely seems to be tearing him up. He didn't go to work on Monday and only went half a day yesterday because he told them that he just felt too ill and he just looks very distraught every time I see him. I really don't think he's wholly gay, though I can absolutely believe that he's bi, but I'd rather we just talked about it in a healthy way rather than this incredibly weird denialism about going on a sex holiday to Ibiza. It is crazy! I was gonna say, men will do anything but confront their feelings, I swear to God. Why was this the solution that the guy thought of? Oh, and there's several edits. Okay, let's go. Wow! Oh wait, I didn't finish it. Okay. Has anyone known straight guys to do this and come back and just go back to being straight? Like, surely that can't be a thing that happens. I'm so out of my depth here, and I just don't know how to even initiate the conversation. For the record, I also haven't mentioned it to his sister yet. I don't know how I'd even break it to her. Thanks for any help. I just don't know what to think being... Oh my god! Yeah, I was gonna say, that's not even the craziest part, is that, like, he wanted to come his sister's husband!
Oh
this
my
is the
god.
most roundabout way of a dude being like, I'm sexually attracted to this guy. I need to phrase it like, this is completely normal. This is something that all guys go through. It's like puberty. This all happens to us.
It's no, there's no sexual connection there. That's the beauty of the gaycation. What stays on the gaycation, what happens on the gaycation stays on the gaycation.
Stays on the gaycation. All right, let's go with the edits now. Wow, this blew up. This has been incredibly sobering, and I think they can now confirmed what I already knew to be the case. The marriage is dead one way or another. In a way, I was in denial about myself about that. I have contacted my sister-in-law, and she initially screamed at me, calling me a liar, and even insinuated I was trying to steal
I'm in the
her
complete
husband.
wrong area. Oops.
Oh, damn. She rang me back shortly, apologized, and admitted that she was in deep shock. Yeah, that's understandable. I don't blame her. I've asked my parents to look after the boys, and we're going to meet tomorrow to discuss this deeper. I've also texted my husband and told him that he will need to make alternative accommodation arrangements, but he will not be sleeping here tonight, and a bag will be waiting for him. Not sure if the mods want to lock the post or not, but I think I've got my answers. Thank you for all the kind words, especially Champion Flight.
I wish that's where the story ended. There's more.
Oh, man. Oh my god. Oh my god. There's a whole other post! I didn't even get to the comments yet!
You don't have to read the comments if you don't want to. I would jump to the next update. But okay, if you want to read the comments, go for it.
No, not my birthday! Not my birthday last year. God damn it. Okay. So when I last posted, I'd contacted my husband to tell him he wouldn't be staying at home tonight and a bag would be waiting for him. As you can imagine, we argued. Quite badly. I won't go into the specific details, but no, I'm 100% on board with the fact that at a minimum he's bi, maybe even be gay altogether. We've had arguments in the past, but I've genuinely never seen him have such a childish tantrum before, screaming about how I just don't understand the gaycation. Absolutely despise that phrase now, and insinuating I'm actually homophobic because I refuse to allow him to participate in this cultural exchange with the gay community. A lot of you said to ask him if it'd be acceptable if the roles were in reverse, and did I say it would be acceptable if I went and slept with other guys during that week? Like fucking clockwork, he was very angry and offended, saying it's completely different because a gaycation means nothing, and what happens on the gaycation stays on the gaycation, etc. So it doesn't actually count. Whereas I'd just be straight up cheating. Well, I turned it around on him. No, but you see what happens in Manchester stays in Manchester. It doesn't mean anything. It doesn't count. It's like bird watching. And I think it got through to him? He went all quiet and then started crying, admitting the thought of me sleeping with other men is destroying his heart, but relationships need sacrifices. So he agreed, while in tears, that when he goes on the gaycation, I'll get 1 week in Manchester to do whatever I want. He doesn't want me to, but that's fair in a twisted way, he supposed. Yeah, that's absolutely crazy. I told him to get out of my house. Thankfully, he left without a fight. Good. I know it's incredibly petty, but I also drained the joint bank account legal in the UK, so he couldn't try to use it against me. About an hour later, I got rang up by his mom, my mother-in-law, who just screamed at me about being a cheating whore, how I was horrible, what about the kids, etc. When I finally got my composure back, I just said, ask your son about the gaycation. Obviously, at first she got angry, but I said no, just ask him about the gaycation. He'll explain. But she called me a fucking joke and hung up. Later on, getting into the evening, got another phone call from her in a flood of tears. She was very apologetic, and I told her that she doesn't need to be the one to apologize. She was so upset that she put her father-in-law on the phone, who, while he sounded calm, I could just sort of tell that he was on the warpath. This is insane. Again, very apologetic, and she said, overheard that phrase, asked my husband, and my husband initially said no, it's nothing, before explaining how it's a modern thing men do, etc., and gave them the same spiel about what happens on the gaycation, men cannot resist the gaycation, how a man must surrender to the gaycation, etc. My father-in-law just said they told him to leave or they called the police. Don't care where he goes, but he wasn't staying here. Husband tried to call me while I was on the phone, but I just ignored it, and the father-in-law said that he was so sorry for me and that they were in my corner in this. So that's one thing. Told them to be there for their daughter because it sounds like our brother-in-law is involved. Husband didn't tell them that, and my father-in-law just said let go because he was so angry. Oh, God. Holy shit. So, got a text from my husband after the phone call, which was all weirdly rambly, saying how I just abused the gaycation to destroy his marriage and destroy his life, and again insinuated at his parents was homophobic for doing such a thing. Told him we'd talk when he grows up and blocked his number. I took a day off work to myself and had the locks changed this morning, so that's a 500 pounds gone, but whatever. At least I know he won't be coming back. I'm gonna look into how to proceed with a divorce and then we'll move on from there. Oh, of course, there's also the brother-in-law. So I haven't met with the sister-in-law. She was in such a state and had taken this far worse than I have for reasons that'll be clear soon. Oh no! We're going to maybe try tomorrow, but we did talk over the phone and I eavesdropped on the conversation with her husband where she put her phone on speaker and I went on mute. Her husband got home earlier, she made him come home, told him there was an emergency, and just said to him, "Can you please explain to me what a gaycation is?" She told me afterwards she was praying he'd look confused or just be like, "What?" or anything like that. But instead, he just sat her down and explained what a gaycation is. That a gaycation is a new thing where straight men go to gay hotspots and participate in gay sex acts, but it doesn't count because there's no investment. And because of what happens on the gaycation stays on the gaycation. He said it's like writing down angry thoughts and putting them in a drawer. You never have to see them again.
Because that's what you do with angry thoughts.
Oh my god.
Oh, don't worry. It gets worse.
Sister-in-law is in tears as he just calmly bats off the same points my husband did about how it doesn't count, and he even did the whole "it's impossible to resist, you must surrender or be destroyed" shit. I seriously think they must have been speaking to a dominatrix or something. Are there even male doms? Because surely neither of them are into that. Because surely neither of them that are into this actually make that up on their own. I really don't want to have to go into what was discussed, but for her sake...
She does.
For her sake, but it did become very apparent to me that the brother-in-law is into sissy hypno-porn, and at other times conflated that... Jesus, why am I losing this?
Because this is terrible.
I know. The brother-in-law and sissy hypno-porn, and at times conflated that with the concept of a gaycation. There was this utterly surreal moment where sister-in-law is just trying to wrap her head around this. Also in floods of tears, and he explains so genuinely, so matter-of-factly, that for most men, the gaycation is either a one-time annual thing, but some men go on the gaycation for years, and others simply never return, because they use hypnosis and mind control to be totally feminized into a state of permanent pseudo-gayness. She said in disbelief, surely if you're taking it up the arts willingly because you want to, that makes you gay. And he said no, because that's the beauty of the gaycation. You can do all this gay stuff, but you don't interact with the wider gay life experience. She asked him if the sissy stuff is what he wanted, and he said not on a long-term basis, and was adamant this is something all straight men do, but she wouldn't get it because she's a woman. Then there were more insinuations of homophobia. Well, that marriage dead too, I suppose. The whole ordeal ended when she said that he has a choice to make, and he said no. He doesn't need to make this choice because the beauty of the vacation is that it allows him to keep his marriage because it doesn't count. She said that's not the choice. The choice is whether he's leaving the house that night or she is. Only good thing he did was leave. Me and my sister-in-law spoke about it after that, and I'm still just utterly stunned. I understand she's gone to her parents for the support. What exactly did we do to have our lives destroyed in such an abrupt, bizarre, and embarrassing way? For some advice, I'm going to look at devices and bank statements to see if I can find any definitive proof of cheating. After that, I suppose I can figure out to tell the boy that why their father won't be coming. So there's another epic. I spoke to the other sister-in-law and my husband's older sister, him. Okay, and gave her a skimmed-down version of it. She asked her husband, and thankfully he was deeply confused, but then they mentioned about 2 years ago at a birthday party, he was approached by my husband and brother-in-law about signing up to some online boot camp about BDSM cross-dressing. He assumed they were taking the piss out of him, so he told them to fuck off and never really thought of it again. The fact that this has been going on for that long is making me want to throw up. Holy shit.
Oh my god.
Yeah! Yeah, those two guys are just in love, I fear. I think they fell in love at some point, and now they're just taking their whole family down with them, and they're like, it's the beauty of the gaycation. It's how it works. You don't have to get involved with dog. I don't know what this is, but this is some type of like internalized homophobia or something. I cannot understand the fucking mental loopholes they're doing to like rationalize this. The fact that they were both saying that's the beauty of the gaycation, I presume very earnestly, is just stuns me.
It's so
that they're like,
fucking
the
funny.
beauty of the gaycation. Are you kidding me? I can't.
That is the beauty of the gaycation, though, is that it's not real. It doesn't mean anything.
God. Oh my Doug, it's also the fact that her husband was like so offended and appalled when she suggested that she was gonna do the same thing.
My favorite.
What? You can't do that.
My favorite part of the story is when she tries to pull it back on him, being like, "Oh, what if I go and get fucked by a bunch of dudes?" But like, what stays in Manchester, or what happens in Manchester stays in Manchester. And instead of like recognizing what the problem is, he just like agrees, and he's just like, fine, you can go get railed. It's like, dude, how bad do you want to go on the gaycation, dude?
I know. It's like that, and the fact that he was like, in a twisted way that's fair. Like, he doesn't see. He just doesn't get it.
He just doesn't get it.
He just doesn't get it. And the fact that they were like implying that like their families were homophobic because they were like, why the fuck do you want to do this? Because they're married men? It's like, duh! People aren't like mad because you're gay and you're like.
Yeah, that's the one thing I'm not a huge fan of, is the fact that they're like, you clearly are homophobic, and it's like, no, it's the fact that this could ruin our fucking marriage, the marriage that we share with our children.
Not just their marriage, their whole family, because it's like her husband and then her brother-in-law.
Yeah.
So it's like that's actively gonna fuck up two families. Like, just damn. And like, imagine having to explain that shit to your kids.
Daddy went on the gaycation. He'll be back soon.
Dog, the fact that he's trying to pass it off as like something, oh yeah, every guy goes through this. Like, nuh-uh!
No fucking nuh-uh.
Incorrect!
God.
Don't normalize this shit, bro. Don't try doing that. That's... What's the matter with you? That's the beauty of the gaycation. What happens on the gaycation stays on the gaycation.
My favorite thing is, he's like, it's like going to an aquarium.
I need to reread that part again. I still understand the fucking analogy he's trying to make there.
You want to know why you don't understand the analogy? It's because it's a bad analogy.
Because it just doesn't make any fucking sense.
Yeah, because it's like, if the analogy that he's trying to use is that it's an aquarium, that would imply that he's not having gay sex, he's just watching other gay men have gay sex. But no, he would be actively partaking in the gay sex. That would be like if you were like, yeah, I'm going to the aquarium, and then you like go to the aquarium and then jump in the fucking fish tank. That's what it sounds like.
Hey bro, I was gonna say, okay. So I said, well, do you think you're bi, maybe? And he got really defensive. So it's like, I think this guy is bi. I think both of these dudes might be bi, to be honest with you. I shouldn't presume for the other guy. This dude definitely is.
I mean, like, the other guy's into sissy hypno porn, so I'm pretty sure.
I was gonna say, what the fuck do those words mean in a sentence together? I'm afraid. Actually, no. I'm very glad I don't understand. Cause
I sadly know what it means, and it's not great. I can give you the lowdown if you desire.
No, it's called Sissy.
Oh, don't look it up, please. Don't do that to yourself.
No porn.
Where's the fucking goddess cube? Or goddess chest,
rather. What is this even gonna look like?
Not great.
Oh.
Let me see here.
Oh, okay. Okay, yep. Yeah, alright. Alright, I got everything I needed from those.
Yeah, it's not great.
Those 5 pictures. And then so those 5 pictures I just looked at, and I was like, okay, I understand now.
So I know that the goddess chest is here. I just gotta remember.
Okay, to experience gayness without actually being gay, and how it's like going to an aquarium.
I love that.
Oh my god, what is this?
So much. It's so funny.
How the fuck is this? I was gonna send it to go over the second one. Look at this brother-in-law again, because it's like. Because there's no investment when I have sex with other dudes. He said it's like writing down angry thoughts and putting them in a drawer. You see, that's internalized homophobia right there. Because he's like, this insinuates that he's like ashamed of it.
Yeah.
Because he's like, you never see them again. Like, that definitely is like, okay, you're not like, not proud, but you're not like accepting of this. That's internalized homophobia, I fear.
I mean, would you be proud of sissy hypno porn?
No. No.
There's nothing to be.
I don't know what kind of.
I don't know
what word I was fucking looking for there, but it's like, I don't know. Like you can agree that like his wording, like suggested some kind of like unpleasant emotion.
It's because it's like. Again, I sadly know what he means, because you know my kinks and interests and my weirdo shit, and like it's a very sad thing that like in like the femboy sissy sphere, I don't like sissy because like sissy comes from like a lot of like
I was gonna say, isn't derogatory technically?
Yeah, it's the same thing as like referring to a black person as ebony in porn, where it's just like it's meant to be like not bad, but it's kinda where it's like but it's like it's the hypno part of it where it's like he's basically he just feels like he's watching ASMR porn that just says you want to dress like a girl and get fucked real bad.
That's really literally.
Oh yeah, no, that's what sissy hypno porn means. It's literally it is videos that like basically like you watch them and it manipulates you into becoming sexually attracted to the idea of like taking the position of a woman in a sexual interaction, basically. And it's like, it's fucking weird, dog. It's weird. I don't fuck with it.
People are into all types of shit. God damn.
On God. Alright.
Oh man, like I ain't here to kink shame anyone.
I am.
But damn, that is rather out there.
I am shaming that motherfucker, and I will continue to shame that motherfucker next time.
Like the mental gymnastics that you're freaking doing to like go to like to even watch it in the first place. It's like And the fact that this dude is married, so it's like, do you think he was jerking to this kind
yes.
of porn?
Yes, yes, he was.
Oh my god.
All right. All right, it is the end of the episode. We did go over by like 10 minutes, but that was worth it because it was funny as fuck.
That was incredible.
All right.
Thank you for sharing that, JJ. Yeah. That was incredible.
All right. Goodbye, everybody.
What happens on the Gaycation stays on the Gaycation.
Mm-hmm.
That's the beauty of the Gaycation.
Yep, it's like an aquarium.